In this GYDA Talks, Robert talks to Jeremy Jacobs. Jeremy JJ Jacobs is the genuine article, a true sales rainmaker. He has devoted his life to understanding sales issues and continues to research and share evolving as well as new insights into sales interactions. Robert and Jeremy discuss what is the sales rainmaker. You start with the person, understanding the client first. How easy is it to do business with you and going the extra mile, plus much more.
Hello and welcome to GYDA Talks, and today I'm absolutely delighted to have with me Jeremy Jacobs, who is known as the Sales Rainmaker. Hello, Jeremy.
Hello, Robert. How are you doing?
We're doing very well indeed, very well indeed. So let's start off, let's get straight to it. Sales Rainmaker, what does that mean?
Right, okay. Well, I was sitting down with a mentor of mine and about 3 or 4 years ago, we just wanted to come up with a name. There was a backstory to all this, and he had spent a lot of time in the States in business and also working for the State Department in the USA as well. And he said, how about the Sales Rainmaker? And I thought, I gave it about 4 seconds. And I said, yep, let's do it. And from the feedback I'm getting from various people in the UK and from our friends across the pond, it's a fairly nice name to use. Now, having said that, in the States, a lot of speakers and gurus and these types of people and consultants tend to use their own name. But hey, you know,
I love the idea of a sales rainmaker.
Yeah.
There was a book, I can't remember what it was, but there was a book.
Yes, there was.
Many moons ago on called The Rainmakers, I think. So,
yes, that's right. Yeah.
So what does a sales rainmaker do?
Okay. He creates or helps to create more profitable sales for people who are struggling a bit. And basically, these can be sales directors, individual people like yourself, Robert, small sales team, anybody who wants to try and advance their sales a bit more than saying, well, we need to have more of it. But I regard myself as a sales mentor rather than a coach or a trainer.
And so there are, we always know when someone says, with all due respect, they're about to be rude. So with all due respect, there are lots and lots of people out there using the kind of the label of sales trainer, sales coach, sales this, sales that. And we can all go to Google and we can Google sales trainer, sales tips, how to make more customers, how to find more customers, how to get more better customers. I mean, more better customers is the number one.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, more and better. Yeah.
So how does, is your approach the same but packaged differently? Is your approach old fashioned? Is it modern? Is it what's the angle that you're coming at it with, Jeremy?
The angle, people panic. People are worried, particularly at the moment, and individuals, like companies, like even countries, do suffer from time to time from a lack of confidence. So rather than just giving you some tools to sort of, well, this is going to help you for the next few months, let's just look at the person. So you could say, and I'm saying this tongue-in-cheek slightly, that I'm a life coach for sales, but I'm not the sort of person who is trained anyway in terms of life coaching and the skills that you require for that. But, I know about sales and I know about people. And I think you have to look at the person, where are they coming from, what sort of character they are, and find out exactly what they want to do. So my approach isn't so much, let's help you with this particular customer. It's more of a generic thing. So I ask them about their life, what they want to do, what their objectives are. And one of the things I shall give away really in our talk is that with most people, I give them a 5-year plan for the future. What is it you want to achieve in your personal life, professional life, all these sorts of things. But more importantly, in terms of the business, is what is your objective? What are the strategies, if you have them worked out, you're going to adopt? And, what are the tactics? I think a lot of people get hung up on tactics and don't really necessarily understand where they want to be in 3 or 4 or 5 years' time. And so if we start with that, and then we go on to who's your client and all the rest of it. That comes afterwards. So I always start with the person or the group of people I'm with, and because if you don't, and you're just a generic sales trainer type person, you're never going to know. You're never going to get into the heads of the people. And part of selling, the most important part, is understanding your client, understanding what makes them tick, what are their deficiencies, what are their strengths, their weaknesses, or all the old SWOT stuff. So that's where we come from. And yes, along the way there is training, and I'll teach people various things.
I mean, do you have a kind of I suppose you call it a rule book or a playbook, or is it in this situation, for this type of person selling to this type of person, they need to adopt strategy 3 and tactic 4? I mean,
I don't think life works that way.
Okay.
You can have these. You use the term playbook, which I always found a very interesting term. Again, let's look at the person. Let's see what they're trying to achieve. The next thing: are you an online business, or are you a bricks and mortar business, or are you a combination of both, like many companies? How easy, difficult is it to do business with you? And we start looking. So let's look at the deficiencies. I mean, a top management consultant will say, look, a business will tell me, look, Jeremy, companies are struggling because they're either losing money out the back door, they're not creating value, they don't know, or they don't know how to display value or create value for a client. They don't know how to find customers, and then when they get a deal, they tend to give too much money away. So those are the sort of 4 areas which people tend to struggle with.
Could you just repeat those?
Yes, of course. So people can they're either losing money at the back door, which is with your existing clients. You don't know who your clients are, your best clients are. That's 2. Thirdly, you cannot properly explain what value is to them, or what value you can offer them. And fourthly, when you're selling something, you're either discounting, or you're selling it too cheap, or for the wrong amount. So, and that sort of those 4 things cover, really the whole gamut of business, about working hard, being focused, getting your pricing right, and creating value. Sorry to
interrupt, but how do you present? I mean, the issue that most agencies have, is that they're generic and commoditized. You go to every single website, and everyone has pictures of people pulling ropes. We work together, we add awesome value, we're award winning, and what makes us unique is our obsession with customer service. And they're all the same, and they're not remarkable, they're not different, in fact they're blinking boring. So is that's really a marketing problem, or is that a psychological problem?
It's probably everything. Look, you're in. Most people are in commoditized business of one form or another. And again, I go back to the creating the value, and the real key to get to command a higher price and your own product and your service, or in the case of a digital agency, your particular brand of SEO and how it all works, is to get into the head of that customer. What do you want to achieve now? And then start to question where their business is going, not in a negative way. And the whole key to any business, digital agency or anybody, the whole key is to find out those unforeseen opportunities that may exist at some point down the road. So it's finding out about your client, and then finding about your client's clients. What's their story? What they want to achieve. So you're quite right, Robert. Nobody wants to know about the past. Another well-known sales guru in this country has a square with 4 quadrants. There's the seller's past, the seller's future, the customer's past, or the customer's future. You've got to focus on the customer's future, and that would help you stand out. It sounds odd. It sounds a very easy thing to do. But we've both been to those networking things, online and offline and in person. And all we hear, we have great customer service. I mean, customer service is not a department.
Yeah.
We're not interested that you're a full service, legal firm with 5 offices and we have wonderful people. It's all it's all the same. And I think people aren't interested in that. People want to get results. As far as a digital agency is concerned, you can have, I'm sure many of the better ones do, have great case studies, or we did this for customer X, and we found by doing this and this, we've done that. So that's a way in. I'm not saying it's everything, because again, case studies can be too generic. But it's Robert, it's about listening and attentive listening.